Anyways, hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt. On the last Let's Play, we did the twofold monster, which was, what was it again? Shalmar? How do I remember that yet? Failed to remember people's names very well. Put on the clothes, Anna Henrietta. Will consider appropriate. I get the clothes here. Maybe I talk to the guy. There isn't a red thing, boot. Yeah.
Ah, welcome back to our northern dandy.
The dandy.
All jests aside, let me see what you got in your wardrobe.
I'm more than willing, sir.
Just about dandy or what? Ooh. I do like the red. Is it a ball? Do I need
Thanks.
a face mask?
Your servant, sir.
Aye. So, does this count? Yeah, it counts for the thing. I'll just keep my gloves. My style is black and red, or I like that color at least. Goes well with my Renaissance Festival / furry convention clothes. Surprisingly the same. I'm a werewolf in one, and I'm a wolf in the other.
Reginald Aubrey has returned, not to be missed by your team.
What was that else I gonna say? Oh, but I don't like how it does with the Texas summer, autumn, spring weather.
Now, why does that not surprise me?
You know, the 9, 10, and growing months of the year. Do I need a mask?
Well, well. I did not expect you to have such a sense of style.
My swords, they're gone.
Not all bad. Nothing like a budding artist, of course, but... just one other detail. Here, put it on.
A mask?
All who attend the Mandragora soiree wear them. If you have one on, no one asks who you are.
Yeah, because I don't stand out.
Any idea why they wear masks?
For the orgies.
Likely because they imagine it oh so very romantic and mysterious. The truth is far simpler. This way, no one can tell which drunken aristocrats are pinching the performers.
Let's go. Soiree's started.
Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain.
Like, hide them under a bush? Because first I was like, hide them. I was like, where? They're big swords. Can't hide them up his bottom.
How do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia,
Been a while
first.
since I played this.
Less likely to raise suspicions. As soon as we find her, we find him.
Just using this as a
Right.
warm-up, though.
Right you are. We must proceed with caution.
For a quick
Come,
look.
it's our turn.
Gotta do games you're comfortable
Madame,
with.
Monsieur, an
Or more.
extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
Performance.
Tell us about these performances.
This evening, the Mandragora has the honor to present 3 superb displays.
I don't
of
remember
artistry.
this.
The first was a concert by Cecilia Belont, a singer whose voice, were it stone, would surely be a diamond. Sadly, Mademoiselle Cecilia has sung.
Shame. We would have loved to hear her.
Luckily, you are in time to see the great Calesti, a master of visual illusions, come to us from far off Afir.
Visual illusions. Interesting. And the third artist?
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the Tuven brothers, presenting their newest pantomime.
The heck's a pantomime again?
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Ballant.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's
A
hear it.
clue?
Seek the Kaveri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia
It's a tree.
wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
Well, well.
Oh, we're on the other side of the door already.
Everyone's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here.
Got a magic
Oriana,
carpet
she
over there?
is. Woman in the black dress. There, on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Kaveri Orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Cintrian.
Take part. Oop. I meant to press V. I won't be worrying retirement. Retirement.
Go on, Geralt. Be bold. Show us the artist in you. The paintballs.
Good folk, yet another soul longing to express its creative side.
Hey,
Well, you and modern art?
It's obvious. It represents transgression.
yeah. Paint.
Should you tire of these hues, drop them in the pail and grab a different.
Oh, okay.
Sure to be in one of the alcoves.
Just need to.
Good to see you there.
Oh, in that pail.
Sure to be in one of the alcoves.
Freeing a stone subtle sword requires great precision.
Quite the noble color.
Oh yeah, because of blood or something.
The sky over Toussaint before he stormed. Or a deeply internalized fear.
Composition takes shape.
Yes, it's sure to be a masterpiece.
Scarlet, crimson, oxblood. Ice lips.
You know, I remember like when I was younger being like, hey, these things are kind of, all these odd paintings and stuff are kind of pointless, but then it's like, well, A, sometimes it might actually mean something, but also B, it could just be a money laundering scheme.
Allow me a moment to ponder. My appraisal? The painting depicts spiritual dualism. The continual battle between good and evil, and defiance.
Oh yes, that's him all right. Good versus evil. The dualistic nature of man.
Booze.
Absinthe, the preferred hooch of artists.
Careful, it packs a pretty powerful punch.
I've built up a pretty powerful resistance.
Even though he seems pretty swifty, and then he sobers up pretty well.
No efforts to understand.
Ta-da! Magic.
The great one. He's a dancer.
That's to say, the other one. His brother.
What the patron?
Pretentious.
Oh, am I supposed to do this thing?
For all sorts of criticism, but pretentious. Blah, blah, blah. Avant-garde, schmavant-garde. It's all about two things. Called pretentious. I wasn't.
I ever loved to meet him. It's a shame.
What was I gonna say?
Where are you, Skitty?
Look, lanterns.
Oh, are you gonna bomb
They say
down here?
releasing them brings good
Fine.
luck.
Let's
Oh.
give it a try.
Never suspected you believed in such things.
Something about wishes. I got a lot of wishes to make.
Aren't they even?
Kinda wish I could do those things. Maybe someday I'll do them. We'll walk in this water.
Look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, that thing. Kind of reminds me of going to different cities and seeing those guys that, like, there's a carpet down on the ground and then there's a pole and then they're holding on to the pole and pretty much levitating or keeping themselves aloft on the pole. And it's like, oh, these are spiritual Buddhist monks
How beautiful.
that have magical strength or something, and then it's like,
The dolphins.
at which point it's like,
That is no ordinary illusion. The man is a true artist.
there's definitely something fishy, which when you go somewhere later in the day and see that, it's like, oh, it's basically just a metal plate on the floor, a metal rod, and then a seat underneath where the person sits.
Pretentious. Blah, blah, blah. Avant-garde, schmavant-garde. It's all about two things. Coin and copulation.
Hell yeah. Capulation.
Pretentious. I was
Oh.
prepared for all sorts of...
We've done all the thingies? Okay. What was the other thing I was gonna say? Oh yeah, that, like, people make pointless bits of art and say, oh, it's worth millions of dollars, and then they donate it to some, what is it?
We wish to be alone. Please, leave.
To some
But
art place or whatever and write it off as a tax thing.
Leave us be.
Yeah, how the rich people just get off. Okay. I like stuff. Glamour? Is that the thing you use to change your identity? No one there. Yeah. Oh, don't tell me she's nude. I'm gonna have to censor it. I'm already gonna censor something else today. But that's different. Yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with
do not
that.
disturb. Shoo, shoo.
It's the right flower.
Of course it is. A Kaviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still. You may speak, but for love's sake, do not move.
Wow. Impressive portrait.
I know the style, the stroke. This is Dorian Velez.
The gracious lady has heard of me.
I've heard Anna Henrietta herself wished you to paint her portrait once.
At one point, the palace chamberlain even wrote to me, but alas, ultimately refused my terms.
What was the matter?
When he learned I only ever paint nudes, he severed all contact. He said he would not dare offend her illustrious highness with such a proposition. I've always longed to paint her. Such a shame.
I think you may still get your chance.
I was like, I feel like I know where that's going.
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Boobs.
Cintrian noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Cintrian noble. Ah! You must think I'm Cecilia.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move!
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed
You're
the
moving
flower
again.
into the crowd. I caught it, but I did see the nobleman.
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
He had a
Like many
mask.
here, tall, dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift, a heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
They're smashed
Excuse
now.
me, madame, monsieur, I cannot work like this. You must leave now.
Good thing most people I commission are not like that.
It must be someone famous, I think. Such talent. Exceptional, true. Would I ever love to meet him?
Empty heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume, a gift from the...
Someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was scratched. Someone beat him with it once.
Color is but the shadow of the creation of
Paints
the nature
like
of existence.
A great love. Cigars.
That's to say, the other one. His brother.
This pain tickets father.
But what if he doesn't come?
He'll definitely come.
Who will?
Don't worry,
How can you be so sure?
brother dearest. Trust me.
Hello.
Sorry, only artists in the Mandragora allowed.
Come, we must consider what to do.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace, I'd not mistake you for anyone.
Shh! Not so loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
They just shoot a door.
I hope we can count on your discretion.
Of course. I shall be silent as the grave.
Looking for Cecilia Bellant. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Is it in the
Tall,
artist way?
broad-shouldered, a black beard peeping out from under his mask, and he spoke with a foreign accent, a drawl of sorts.
That must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
We're still standing in the doorway, though.
Upstairs. That must be Cecilia.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana at once. She should bring her soiree to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rogue. I shall fetch help.
Maybe at the balcony, I guess.
Tore down the door. Made a platform. Clever. Must be pretty strong, too. Must have climbed this ladder.
There's a ladder? Yeah. I wouldn't exactly call that a ladder. It's ladder-esque.
Here. Need to stay alert. Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it hard, then sank to the floor. Bloodstains. Links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it.
That one?
Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this. Must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace? Seems there was a struggle. Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open, probably. Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room.
There. Oh yeah, there's quite a few
Looks
things in here.
valuable, but it's not what he came for. Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out?
Come on.
Sconce is bent, smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it?
It's a sconce? How about... Oh, here.
Hunting knife, richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centrian tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Cintrian must have been the flyer.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Cintrians killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer.
Who fought them off?
I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything, in full detail.
Like, if somebody was attacked, wouldn't they, I don't know, rouse somebody?
I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
Oh, there was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
fell out of the window.
Just so.
I was just about to say that. Imprudent?
None too wise picking a fight with an armed robber.
Why? Because I'm a woman, in a frock.
So that's
rather
what
than
imprudent
plate.
means.
I can take care of myself, I assure you. A hairpin might look like mere ornament, but plunged into an eye, it can be as effective as a blade.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes. He stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Cintrian must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the Lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Duntine. Remember the place. Abandoned ruin just a few years ago.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
Know any more about this Roderick?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The family received those lands as a grant for his service. Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights. Though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals with crests on their shields.
Heck.
Oriana, Everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
Oriana, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Son Real and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether.
Dun dun dun. Because it could be.
My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft, was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys, but I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Siana received it from father as a gift. At a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl, someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right. What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Siana.
She was angry at the whole world.
Could say something
She
about
felt
politics there as
inferior,
well.
felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel at times.
Basically,
I
why are
recall
these
one
people not
such
happy? It's like,
situation.
maybe it's
She persuaded Cedric
or
the
tend
Colbert that she
to
could
be
see the
somewhat
future in her dreams.
not happy. It's like, well, maybe it's
We were
because
children,
society has
and
ostracized them
Cedric's
for a
brother
long
was
period of
smitten with
time.
me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Siana knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since.
Couldn't you just
Your
ask
mission
her?
has gained new import. You must go to
Have a search
Duntime,
party out since
and
you're
if
queen?
Siana is there, you must find her.
If she was still
No
alive?
matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape, or form. You must make sure of that.
We'll try.
I'll find her if she's there.
I hope you do. I very much wish to talk to her. Sister to sister.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
Oh, so she knows him.
My very dear friend, Detlaf van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire. We are lending our combined resources to the Witch's Hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Oriana's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited
That's a
Regis in
thumbnail.
for a glass of wine.
You don't remember
We've
that.
known each other for... ages. Literally. Witcher, I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are friends.
Few I can rely on like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
Curious. It seems opposites really do attract.
Why are we in opposites?
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only two options, to kill or be killed?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. What might the monster wish to apologize to a witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
Just like humans.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the witcher trade for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most fascinating.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Wanna help, Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith.
Forthwith.
An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher, and the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detlaf here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely
But
what
you just
I'm
pulled me
doing.
away.
Detlaf believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore. That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renna.
Yeah, about that. I feel like... let's just keep going.
Oriana. She really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long. But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
And everybody just kind of pissed off? Yeah,
Guessing it's no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told us.
but
Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based at Duntine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renna must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detlaf, who wants revenge above all else.
good thing he can't hear
You
us.
must trust me. I've got a way with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detlaf here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Detlaf. Good luck, my friend.
Splendidly, Detlef. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to two exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish the second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out?
Not yourself, censure the boobies.
You have exceptional friends. This Detlef, an intriguing man to say the least.
Don't know him too well. He say much about himself?
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
So what's his?
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost, which is why he comes across as grim.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count Delacroix' mill. It stands along the Saône-Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
Okay, hopefully there's a little save thing here. I mean, I guess could always just load a save that goes in between here. Because I only was planning to do one of these as a warm-up. Oh, grazie.
In fact, I wonder if your Witcher pays any taxes at all.
Well, there was that one guy that talked to me about taxes. That was an entire story entirely. Anyways, look at that. That's going to be the end of this Let's Play. So, please comment, guys. I like them comments. Tell me what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out other videos to help it grow. Please remember to spay and neuter your animals to help control the pet population. Boy, this world is so colorful and vibrant. Hyena. And until next time. Oh, huh. Trophy place. What was that one? Gold Stick of Joy. Well, fist fighting card, but I don't understand what the gold stick is. Maybe it's that one thing? I don't know. And until next time, another Let's Play by me, GamerWolfSix, of Witcher 3 Survived Bunt. So thanks and see ya.